Welcome to the quarterfinals, welcome to the Ascent Tournament Series, and welcome to the sportiest stream, everybody. Nice to see you all here today. We've got a best of 7 and a semi-finalist to decide, and joining me, CplMonkeyshines. How you doing, my friend? The playoffs continue. We saw them start yesterday. Tonight, the quarterfinals, all 3 of the other quarterfinals will end. We actually have 2 of them on the stream. Start off, it's Yeah versus Unknown Legion. And again, this is a big series.
I'm well, Sporty. Thanks so much for bringing me on. I always enjoy the opportunity to call with you. I always enjoy the opportunity to call playoff Rocket League. Like you said, the stakes a little bit higher. People are playing a little bit, maybe a little bit looser, maybe a little bit tighter, depending on where you are at and how much you believe in yourselves. But I always love playoff Rocket League action. It is a cut above, sir.
It is definitely a cut above, and the Ascension Cup, I mean, we've had, what, 16 teams join in? Only the top 8 make it to the final bracket. Again, we've already seen one of those matches yesterday through the wild card and into that main event. Milk and Militia Rush took down Her 35 Team Evo 4-1. Tonight, we have a couple matches. We're actually starting on the left side of the bracket. Unknown Legion versus Yeah. Later on, we'll have the evolved match of Skylight versus Nebula. For now, Unknown, Yeah, a matchup of 2 teams that auto-qualified in, 2 teams that had strong statistics. Yeah, we're the number 3 team out of their group, and Unknown were the number 2 team out of theirs. They never played each other yet, but with how things have gone, this could be an exciting matchup.
I have absolutely no doubt. I had the opportunity to go back a little bit and watch what brings to the pitch. I gotta say, I appreciate the fact they try to use the entirety of the field. My concern, though, is that going to come back to actually smack them in the mouth? Because when you have a team that is able to step up and be very aggressive in that situation and take you out of loop, take you out of your rhythm, that can entirely destroy a game plan. So I'm really curious to see if is able to adjust to that, or if Unknown Legion's going to step up and do just that, get in their faces, not allow them to get into a rhythm. I think if that's the case, Legion's got to be feeling pretty good about tonight.
Yeah, again, I think one of the scary things about these teams, they both have really strong weapons. I mean, first of all, though, take a look at our schedule, because it is not just 2 matches, it is 3 here tonight. Yeah versus Unknown Legion. Then we got the 2v2 side. That's Boltini Rome's team. Bringing on FFB Penguins for the only Skybird Series match tonight. And then again, we'll end with more quarterfinals. Evolve Skylights, Evolve Nebula. Again, it's Yeah versus Unknown Legion. And as you mentioned, yes, these teams have the ability to take each other. Yeah, like to use the field. And specifically, the player to watch for, it's been the same player all season long. It's been Sonoda. He's something else. He's been a phenom all season long. And, man, he has been insane. Some of the mechanical things he can do, out of this world. But the other side, Colvet, who's the captain of Unknown Legion, and he was a scary player even before the season started. I've seen him so many times, and he never disappoints. That's one of the things about him. He is so consistent, and he's such a strong team leader. It would be no surprise to see Unknown Legion work behind him. Again, we need to see that kind of chemistry from chemistry that they have, but a consistency that they haven't always shown.
And yeah, consistency 100%. Like, that's where it is, where you can just show up day in and day out. You know what you can do, and you can nail it time and time again. I have no doubt that Legion, like you said, are able to rally behind Call Red. And it is the smaller things. It's not even the mechy stuff. Hey, we all love to see the folks go to the air, see what they can do. You know, the oohs and the ahs, the taps, whatever you like. But at the end of it, if you can have some people go in there that are good at fundamentals, that are good at setting people up, the team element, that is what I'm curious to see. Which of these teams is able to extend themselves and to settle in to that degree? Again, like you said, both of these teams able to use a little bit of everything, and I'm curious to see if that continues on. We see that, and maybe one of these teams, like I said, get knocked out of their rhythm a little bit early. I have seen that happen to in the past, but all that being said, great opportunity for them to reset that, come back, and ball out this evening.
Yeah, I love what you said. Yeah, again, I've had some issues so far this season. Their only losses coming to Rush and to 5CE Dream Team. Again, we saw Rush make it to the semifinals yesterday. Now, as 5CE, they're the only team not playing on this stream tonight. They're playing against, I think it's Gladiators Unleashed Gladiators. That'll be at 9 p.m. tonight on Brambo's stream. So at The Brambo, we'll be seeing that matchup later tonight. Again, the only quarterfinal not on this stream. Brambo's going to take it. He's going to call it. And, well, we'll see if maybe all these Gladiators coming from the wildcard can make quite the upset. Probably the biggest upset would be in this playoff bracket if we were to see one. But it's going to be a tough one for them. On the other side, though, versus Unknown Legion, I do agree with you. I think Unknown Legion have the upper hand here. They have the chemistry. They have the team play. They have what works as a unit. Whereas, yeah, they've had issues where sometimes they rely a bit too heavily on Sonoda to carry them through. I've seen it happen time and time again with matches where they just aren't confident in themselves. They sit back, let the pressure come to them. They don't want to play too aggressively because they don't want to overcommit. It ends up hurting them in the long run. It ends up going against their wishes. They need to be confident here in the playoff system, especially against what are going to be increasingly tougher matchups. And the Legion, this is a good first battle for them. This is a team that has its issues, but it's overall a solid teamwork. You just need to be a better team to beat Unknown Legion here. But yeah, I think they have what it takes, but do they have the consistency to do it over the entire series?
To your point, that's great when you have an individual like Sonoda that can go up and really put the team on their back. But then you go up against a team that is very, like you say, team oriented. They're crisp in their rotations, they're crisp in their columns, they know where they need to be, and they're very familiar with each other. So regardless of what mechs Sonoda may be able to pull off, to really, the glitz and the glamour that we all again love to see, if you've got a team that can just go in right place, right time, know where everybody's at, that is so difficult, regardless of your rank, regardless of how high you are. It could just be such an issue to handle when everybody knows themselves that well. They can read car language. They just know where everybody's at. That being said, we have the opportunity for Team Yeah to come out here and prove us both wrong in terms of all that kind of thing. Maybe they've improved. Maybe they've been back in the gym. Regardless, Sporty, I look forward to seeing what both of these teams are able to do. I look forward to see, I am looking forward to see what Sonoda can do. I'm looking forward to see what Yeah and Total can do, and I'm looking forward to see if, Unknown can break it down, be very fundamental, but at the same time, still very deadly. I am also curious to see exactly what the defensive situation is going to be out. I love when folks are able to come out, able to defend really, really well, when they're able to maybe work in some bumps, some demos. I love the bully ball. Curious to see if either of these teams is going to bring that out this evening. Again, that has been something with Yeah that I don't know that they're going to be able to work well with if Legion decides to go out, rotate in, get some demos, get some bumps. I don't know that's something that Yeah necessarily has the opportunity to defend just yet. But here we have the opportunity this evening to see if that is in fact the case. And again, maybe they have addressed that situation a little bit as they continue on in the gym, wrap back around, have the opportunity to look even more crisp this evening.
Well, I wanted you to say that because I actually would have agreed with you completely. I would have said they had no chance to take down Unknown Legion today. Had I not seen them literally 2 days ago when they played against Bar Down in the Skyward Series, that was a team that was 4-0, undefeated. No one could stop them. And Yeah came in and beat them in a Game 5 series, and it was the roster of Sonoda, Poop Soup, and Tredsky that was together. And it was those three who have really strong chemistry, and a lot of the question was, can Tredsky and Poop Soup do their thing on offense? Can they be offensively minded? And they were that series. 100% they were. In the games they won, it was because them and Sonoda were able to play offense together. It was not just a one task. It was not just, Sonoda being the lead. It was everybody taking charge at different points, and they won against Bar Down. So, while, maybe 3 days ago I would have said they had no chance of winning, now I actually see them with some opportunities, because if they play like they did against Bar Down, taking down Unknown Legion is very, very possible. In fact, it might be even easy for them if they play that way.
But again, you, I believe, hosted a show match with Yeah not that long ago, and say what you will, when you go out and you have a poor showing, things don't go your way, it does give you an opportunity to have a look at all of your flaws. Now, you can't necessarily address that exactly at the same time, but even if you can do bit by bit, and as you say, you come out, you have a solid showing, you come into this, it really throws things up in the air a bit. But yeah, I am curious to see how Unknown Legion comes out with that. But if Yeah can address those issues, they are going to be so very, very difficult to handle. Like you say, positive momentum coming into this one. Got to be feeling good about it. I'm excited to see what we see on the pitch this evening.
I'll be excited as well. As we are waiting on these teams. They are, I think, having some tech issues. So hoping that it won't be too difficult. We will give these teams time, though, to get themselves sorted out here. And what will be, again, a best of 7 series. As again, this is a best of 7, by the way, everybody in chat. All playoff matches are best of 7. I already see people in chat saying it's going to be a 3-0 for one team or the other. It will not be a 3-0 unless somehow one team forfeits.
Could be 3-0 to a point. I mean, they're not necessarily wrong. It could be 3-0.
Yeah, just, yeah, they 3-0 a team and then the other team
At
forfeits. That
point,
won't happen, by the way. But
absolutely, it could be 3-0, but you got to work beyond that. So I appreciate, yeah, you get out there, you get to where you're playing with house money. Obviously, that would be great. But yeah, and by the way, I also want to say, Sporty, again, thanks so much for having me come on here, folks. If you did not see our first go around, we had 2 tremendous matches at a 1v1 situation, at a playoff situation. Again, we had a great time. So if that playoff was any indication, look forward to, again, what we have this evening, sir. So, and also I want to say, by the way, you do such a tremendous job, Sporty. I want to give you a personal shout out when I am here. Does so much work, folks. Seriously, constantly, over and over and over again to bring you this kind of content. Got to be appreciated.
I got my own personal hype man. It's not even the teams are playing, and I've got my own hype man here.
I got you, friend. I got you.
This is why he's joining us as a caster. Not, no, not because he's a good caster and all. Although you are a great caster. No, it's because he's a personal hype man. I needed that.
Yeah. Gotta feel good about myself over here. No.
I will say, I did get a message from these teams. I also know chat's talking about it. And both these teams have players who are not actually at home right now. So that's no wonder why you can't go to a series. No wonder no one's joined. It's because we haven't gotten the teams in yet, and they are missing one of their players. So we'll be waiting on them. We have a good amount of time. Our next match is not for 2 hours, so we have to wait a little bit. I don't have a problem with that. It does seem kind of funny.
Not having players does seem to be a bit of a handicap, to be fair.
Yeah, we will not be playing 3v2 at any point tonight, so we will get these teams in. Nice thing is, we don't have a series for a while, so if we need to wait for them, we'll wait for them. It is a bit funny that is what happens, but it does happen. Again, this is our playoff bracket, top 8, single elimination. Semifinals will probably be tomorrow. We might have our grand finals tomorrow as well. We'll see what happens overall, but for now, tonight it will be. What a tournament this has been so far. It's been a long tournament, and I think that it comes down to these matches. It's pretty impressive to think about that it comes down to these kind of singular matches, singular wins, singular losses. Also means that there's more strategy now involved, and not in the way you think of it. Yes, there's more strategy in that they're playing longer series, but also there's more strategy in that there's tactical timeouts now. I know that I didn't talk about it a lot, but yesterday I actually didn't even know it was a thing. Did get confirmation it is a thing. Tactical timeouts are again something that we actually had as a rule, but we didn't write it in until last night. Fortunately, it didn't matter too much. Again, we have tactical timeouts now. It's written a rule. Now these teams know about it. And it's a big deal because that means if a team's losing, they can call a timeout in between games. It adds an extra minute onto the 1 minute they have. That would be a big deal. You can use tactical timeouts in games. So if a team's losing, it's a big deal.
Absolutely. I love tactical timeouts just in general. If you find yourself on a skid and you say to yourself, oh gosh, we are going time and time again, rather than skipping to the very next one and you just kind of keep on with that skid, you can take a moment, reset, breathe, and say, this is what we're noticing. You don't have to overload. You can say, this is the key element here that we are noticing. You work on it from there, let people take a breath. And then if you're able to get into the next match, if you've been having difficulty, let's say in the first two, and then you come out and you score straight away, and then you start to build on top of that, as you said, to your point, that can turn things a complete 360 or 180. I guess you can go 360 and come right back into it. But yeah, it can turn things completely around, and then we've got a different series.
I hope teams don't turn things 360 after a timeout. That's not what they're there for.
Not.
But
absolutely not.
But like, just to even like kind of add to that point, yesterday we had a team use one on the stream. It was Next 25 Team Evo used it. They won a game. That was the only game they won the series. Every other game they got beaten pretty badly. That's my team I'm talking about. And they did not look good yesterday, unfortunately. But just to like add to it again, what was insane about it is the fact that, again, they used that timeout. The next game, they looked completely different. They won that game. That was the only one they had that series. It was because of the timeouts. So, again, these teams have that as an ability. Again, we made sure that teams know about it now by paying them yesterday about it. So, it's a big deal. Teams can use these timeouts if they're in a rough situation. It means that our Series 1 will have more strategy. They will be a little longer. And that's a big deal. Teams, need to know about this stuff. And it's going to be a big, big, big change.
Absolutely. Going back in those tactical timeouts, and I think it just makes it fun, honestly, makes it fun for us, makes it fun for us to call, to enjoy, though so very valuable to both of these teams and to all the teams moving forward. But as you said, coming into where we're at now, the brackets are getting a little more crunched. You might have to take a little bit more, I'm a little bit more of a closer look, like, okay, when are we going to use these? Do we wait until there is a skid? Do we wait until things are not going our way? Or do you find yourself in a situation where maybe things are clicking really, really good and you see the opposition starting to do a little bit better? You take that pause, you get back in. So this is what was working a second ago. Let's make sure that we get right back there. So conversely, it doesn't just necessarily have to be a terrible situation. You could be feeling great about it. And again, I cannot wait to see how those tactical timeouts are implemented, not just this evening, but then moving on forward. It's been a tremendous series, been a great playoff situation. So I cannot wait to see how things go along. I cannot wait for these fine folks to get home, get in front of their computers, because hey, I just love Rocket League action. Y'all don't need to be here looking at my mug. That's not why we're here. We're here for Rocket League action. So I cannot wait to get out there. Cannot wait to see them get on back to truly see what these athletes can do.
Yeah, we're gonna move from hot faces to hot gameplay.
One
As
half.
we're gonna
One half.
excuse me, don't go after yourself. Oh, you're going after
Hey,
me
I
here,
understand.
and now we have a problem.
Where I sit. I understand where I sit on the totem pole. Like you said, hype man. That is why I am here, ready to make you feel good, make you feel better about yourself, friend. No, and I know everybody in chat will agree with me that this individual right over here, one of the finest casters in the game, bar none, comes out here
If you
all
want
the
to see,
time.
if you want to see good-looking casters, just take a look at Zen0. Dude goes to the gym consistently.
Oh.
He looks it too. So, I'm now just hyping up Zen0. It's catching.
Put in the work. Seriously, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of wholesome league action before we get into the true Rocket League action, and things can get a little more aggressive.
And we are trying to make sure these teams join on in. I know that both these teams again are still having issues. I think though, Unknown is here. Yes, Unknown's actually got their full roster ready for this one. So now we're just waiting on Team Yeah to get theirs. Again, that's going to be interesting how things will work. I'm still interested again in how this match will go here, and it should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just really, we were talking about it a bit. I'm really curious to see if Yeah is able to sit back, not necessarily go back to that show match form, but kind of keep things moving on. You know, obviously they were able to put things together to win not that long ago. So hopefully you carry on that momentum. But what happens, of course, everybody's got a plan until they get smacked in the mouth. What happens when the rubber meets the road there, and they really find it within themselves yet again. Again, Unknown Legion coming into this one, very team oriented. I love that. I will constantly go over that, especially when you've got a team that is defensively oriented, that can maintain that situation and be so very fluid, be so very all around. I know that Yeah has that opportunity. I know that they can do that. But again, I'm just curious how much they can be kept in and how those rotations get. They want those big clears. And I'm just curious to see if Unknown Legions is going to step in and not give them that opportunity. And if they do get the big clear, to give them the opportunity to even follow up on it. So that's my main thing that I think Legion has over Yeah in this case. Again, they may very well come out and prove me wrong. But right now, I'm loving what Legion brings to the pitch. Curious to see if they can do it. Curious to see if they can actually make me look good in terms of a team where I have no doubt that both these teams will look tremendous. As I said, have the opportunity to come in. Two tremendous teams with a fine caster, one of the best, goated caster, quite frankly. Like I said, I'll continue the hype all night long if I have to. But yeah, and by the way, folks, it would not be a stream without technical difficulties.
Yeah, why not hype the players a little bit more here when we start playing?
Absolutely.
Don't worry. Hype man will become hype man for players soon. Don't worry.
We will get out there real quick.
As we are getting a message, both teams are in. Yeah, just posted an announcement in their server. I'm in their server. I've been casting for them for a while, and that means the whole team's ready. Meaning we'll actually get their roster. And actually, what's interesting about it is that the rosters are here. So, CplMonkeyshines, I think we've done enough babbling, right?
I think we have.
I think we've done enough talking here. Let's
enough
get
love
into
between each other. Yes.
let's get into this series here. Into this best of 7. The quarterfinals continue. On one side, a team who's only lost twice. On the other, a team that's only lost once. They've not been able to take down the top of the league, but this is a chance for one of them to move to the semifinals and have another opportunity. Team Yeah, Unknown Legion, a best of 7 series.
Hazy Days coming out there, but mashed potatoes actually going up now, trying to set things up. I do believe a little bit. Colorado taking it over into the corner. Good challenge there by Potatoes. Command now pressing back up across, and Paul Red grabbing the full tank, setting it up there back, but Hazy taking the shot, and bang, there it is. Goose egg cracked all up 20 seconds in. My goodness.
And this is Unknown Legion. We talk about it. It's a team effort. Everybody moving, everybody working with each other. An infield pass and a finish there from Hazy Days. And this is what Unknown Legion is all about. It's not one player, it's all 3.
Indeed, that was a great breakaway, too. They had a 2 players moving up while they had somebody really far back towards the goal. So, indeed, they're going to use the entirety of the pitch. Kind of, we were talking a nice pop back by Call. One-on-one situation, trying to get it over. Poops him short off. Does. My word, they are playing crisp, and they are feeling really good out of the gate. So now, Sporty, we are right back to the point we were talking about. Yeah, now down 2 early on. Where do you go from here?
Where do they go from here? Well, one of the problems is they don't have Sonoda. He's usually their most aggressive players. And not have that player there in that roster. Again, I think they want to jump in early. I don't know if maybe he's here tonight, but it sounds like he's here, and it looks like he's here as well. But yeah, not having Sinnoh play this first match, and it does come down a lot to Trutsky and Poop Soup. We know these guys can play offense, and they needed to make more of it as an infield pass. Mashed Potatoes couldn't score. Poop Soup, follow-up shot. Covid will be there, and yeah, putting on some attacks. High up in the air goes Trutsky. Mashed Potatoes jumping in, but she'll be too slow, and that means, yeah, their opportunity on offense will not work in their favor. In game 1 so far, it has been Unknown Legion to really take control. That was shut on, and Mashed Potatoes save. Follow up from COVID will bounce its way in. Unknown Legion add another, an incredible start to the series, about as good as it can get.
Tremendous opportunity there for Masha, but unfortunately ended up setting it up there for Call Red. And right now, if you are a member of Unknown Legion, you got to be feeling good. Call Red out there already with 2 goals, 2 shots. Hazy as well, looking so very good. We got 2 of these members, both Call Red and Command Battle, who already have a couple of saves as well. Can't get it past Hazy, can't Poop Soup, and Trutsky. We got Masha going back there in net, trying to sort, also has the full tank as well, trying to get past Command Battle. Good challenge, not able to do that as Unknown Legion continues the pressure. Call Red going front post. Masha trying to find the handle on it, cannot. Trutsky though going back up there. Hayes back there in net. Battle able to take it onto the side, trying to move it back over to Yaz's side of the pitch. Does so with an empty tank. Grabs the wave dash. Mazda, good challenge. Here comes Hayes, a great shot. What a save by Trutsky. Needed that so badly. I'll tell you what, 3-0 is no way to go through life, but 4-0 definitely is going to be a terrible situation. Still plenty of time though for Yap to respond. They have an opportunity right here. Mazda has an empty tank though, scored away by Call Red, and now putting the press on. Poop Soup going back, grabs the full tank as well, going off, trying to get a banger there. Did not have a good jump there by Masha, not allowing that problem to expand. Trutsky's right there, taking the shot, denied by Command Battle. Moving on back towards the other end of the pitch, and the Legion continue on left and right. You see, yeah, trying to get some kind of a volley. They are now trying those big clears, but Legion taking advantage of just about every opportunity they have, Sporty.
Yeah, and the Legion, I love this kind of a push. It's not one where they're trying to force the play to work in their favor, because when teams do that, that's when things work. Things fail. That's not when things work. Instead, the way they're working is, well, whatever the game throws at them, they'll work with it. They'll look to see if they can outplay yet instead of trying to force it. If it doesn't work, they leave, but so often, this team, they have things work because they make the decisions, they get to the ball so quickly. And Unknown Legion again controlling this midfield here against, yeah, as now a chip down field. Poop Soup wants it, infield pass. Trutsky can't get there in time, and Unknown Legion will clear the danger away. Command Battle. Challenge from Mashed Potatoes. Infield for Poop Soup! And yes, got an infield pass! It's an answer right back in game 1, their first of the series.
Absolutely tremendous, and exactly what you added in the situation. Great setup, great fall through by Poop Soup. Just being able to get on the board, showing yourself that you are able to get through and actually make that score. And now you build on this. Now you've got a minute 52 left to go here. Slow kickoff there by Masha, and now Trutsky trying to loop back around, hanging out towards mid. As the entirety of popping one up is Masha trying to go for a bump goal. I do believe there it is. I'm loving it. I'm loving the aggression that I am seeing from right now. They had to bring it right out there. They had to bring something different. Great pop there and a great follow up. I am loving this level of aggression.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing from Masha Potatoes. She's so defensive so often. I mean, being the captain, she likes to sit back. She's usually one that holds the midfield rather than actually tries to put in the shots. And yet, right now, she is the one being the most aggressive player for this team. And that is saying something for a team in where, again, we've seen Trutsky and Poop Soup both take their own chances, really be the leaders of their team. And yet, Masha Potatoes recently has played a much more aggressive style. One where she's willing to find assists, find plays that work with teammates. You saw the end of that play. She wasn't done with the aggression. She went in and bumped the last defender. So a lot of what Masha Potatoes is doing is the reason why, is finding success here in the second half of the game. Is the reason why they have a chance to tie things up. All they need is just one more good chance in front of net.
Tremendous opportunity for them and tremendous response as well. You know, we were talking about, hey, they were down 3-0. What happens? How do you respond? And you respond with a little bit of bully ball, those bumps, those demos. I do believe folks Command Battle says, hey, we got to extend that lead a little bit. We are not giving them that much hope. Great jump, but unfortunately just teed up for him. Takes the opportunity. Trutsky, great defensive effort. Just a slight bit off. 57 seconds left. And we find ourselves with Unknown Legion up 4-2.
And the issue there, a double commit from, they got a little bit too confident going into offense. This is Unknown Legion, letting them know very clearly, this is not going to be something that will happen consistently. They need to find more control. They need to have good teamwork and good communication. It's a issue for a lot of teams at this level. double commit and not trust each other, especially when the pressure is high as it is here in the playoffs. But yeah, that pressure couldn't be any bigger as that one kept out there in front of the net by Poop Soup. Now trying to find the clear. Poop Soup dunked by Command Battle. Lazy Days jumping. Will have the beat. Gets past Tretzky. In front for Colin. Forces it through. Unknown Legion Colin with no care for human life.
And as you say, they are just going out there feeling so very good, know what they can do. If you are, you are trying to go out there, and I love the aggression from Mazda, but at the end of all of it, you've got Legion out there. They are familiar with this. They say, we know what we've got. We trust in each other. The double commits haven't really come out to be a thing that has bit them. They feel so very confident, and you see why. Great jump there by Hazy, trying to set it up again for Colred, and there it is, Colred all over it. 5 shots, 4 goals. My goodness, looking so very good out the gate, and yeah, looking back on their heels as we head towards the end of our game number 1.
Colred so often is known as the most dangerous player on Unknown Legion. But if you have that mentality, if you think that way, you're going to be caught out. If you focus just on Colred, you forget about the fact that there's 2 other players around him who know how to work with him, who've been working with him for such a long time. And they've had some issues in this first game, really just getting control, really allowing their defense to find time to breathe. It's been great aggression from Mashed Potatoes, but overall that defense needs to shut down Unknown Legion and to shut down all 3 players.
Well, and right now, I think we may be seeing exactly the issue of not having Sonoda out there. It's a completely different game.
It actually didn't feel too different from what I've known from these guys before. And again, I think a lot of it comes to how Masha's trying to play that defensive side, but here comes Sonoda, not surprising. Sonoda already getting subbed in, so they weren't happy with that first game performance. And the thing about Sonoda, I haven't even mentioned, he's also just a strong defensive player. He will be the equal to Colred in this series. Now the question is, how will the other players play around them? Because for both of these teams, they have that ability to do it. But yeah, after what we saw in Game 1, Tretzky and Poop Soup are ready. They do not look off in this series, and this could really become quite a close battle, quite a high-scoring battle as well, going into these next couple games.
So if you are, you gotta feel good because you've got Sonoda out there, but still the pressure is still on them a little bit more because, okay, you've called in the big gun, let's see what you can do now. And if Legion is able to take advantage of the opportunity straight out the gate, well, now you're saying, okay, we've got our hard hitter in there. Now what do we do? But Hazy back there, jumping up, trying to move things back across the pitch, able to do so. Trutsky not able to make that one happen. Poopsuit taking it over into the corner and escorting it to the other end of the pitch. But Hazy trying to get the challenge there. Does not work with it. Here comes Sonoda. Got someone front and back. Not able to sneak it by Colred. Now going up top, going off the wall. Maybe looking for a tap. No, not in that situation. Sonoda able to escort it away. And again, we see Unknown Legion really using the entirety. You've got somebody sitting back there in net, allowing for a 2v3 opportunity, but it has worked so very well as they have just been all about those rotations, been so very crisp with it, and the demo getting passed around by Trutsky, but Hazy able to avoid that situation. Trutsky put it up yet again, see if they can get anybody to fall through. No, Sonoda just a little too far back. Hazy wrapping around with a full tank. Here comes Colred trying to set it up for a colleague, but a great jump there by Poop Soup, and the pressure is on both of these teams, not only to make something happen here, but at least to get something down towards the other end of the pitch. Colred, great shot, but it will be off just a touch. Post doing a kind defensive work there. Trutsky gets jumped by Command Battle. Great jump, great read there, trying to get it past Poop Soup. Does not happen. Actually floats up and over. Got Command Battle trying to get sorted there. Just heads on back, trying to recap, trying to reset a little bit there. Pop out to Sonoda. Hazy trying to clear it away, quite possibly. Sure enough, takes it on up and over. Good pop by Trutsky. We once again have the Unknown Legion putting the pressure on time and time again, but we seem to see something a little bit different, something a little bit crisper, something a little more fresh with Sonoda in their sporty. It does look like they have a different gear and they are shifting into it.
Yeah, it's a more aggressive style. It's one that where they know Sonoda, he can hold that balance very well. He's a mechanical player. He's a guy that loves to work with his teammates, but he also may have just forced Poop Soup to overcommit. It's open for Unknown, and here comes the shot. It's Colred on the end of it, and it's Unknown Legion to take a lead by 1.
Tremendous work all the way across the pitch. Hazy setting it up, and then Colred falling up just right off the nose. Unfortunately, yet again, Trutsky has been there, but just a nose shy a time or two. And again, now we find ourselves in the situation where Unknown Legion takes that lead. Yet again, Sonoda's in there, but as you mentioned earlier, has all the talent in the whole wide world. We have yet to see it really come out to shine. Looking for the pinch there. Nope, jumped by Called Red Sonoda. Turned it to center, but command battle there. Hazy now going up, gets over. Might it be a slow roller on Incy? And Sonoda's able to follow up. Booster right there. And folks, we are not up at 1 as we come along halftime. Yeah, again, out there, gotta be feeling good off that one, Sport.
It even hurts the worst. The whiffs coming out from Hazy Days at the last possible time. He wants to see one of those. Mistakes hurts everyone. Even the best in the league have issues with it. And that is just how things work. It's just how things change. And for both these sides, it's been back and forth. Mistakes, though, can be the difference maker. But, mistakes are only going to be a small fraction of the goals. What's going to matter more is how these teams create those opportunities. Because that will make mistakes. That will make misplays. And that will make you get opportunities. How will things change? Because whiffs like that just don't happen often. Even in the Ascension Cup.
And we are sitting. Oh my goodness, is that going to be up? No, great pop there by Call Red, removing the threat. Although Sonoda out there grabbing the double demo and Poop Soup challenging. We've got, now keeping good pressure. But as I say that, Hazy Days has it out there. Trutsky getting the full tank, trying to slow things down a little bit. Command right there, setting things right up for Call Red, quite possibly. Good touch, but Sonoda and Poop Soup back there. Poop Soup denies, and Trutsky now trying to press up, but Hazy right there ignores the 100. Now going up top, trying to set it up for yet another teammate. Call Red's right there, cannot get this shot off. So as great as the rotations have been for Legion, we are now seeing a defensive effort. As you mentioned, from Sonoda being a very good defensive player, that does seem to be coming out here as well for his teammates. I gotta say, Sporty, I am loving what they are doing right now. Looking so very good. Call Red is scoring. Sonoda from the pitch, trying to sneak it on in, but Hazy not able to get sorted there. Called Red able to get one pop, see if they're able to follow up on it. Yet again sends it up. And Command Battle just a bit out of sorts, back and forth between Call Red and Command Battle. You got Poop Soup and Sonoda there. Poop Soup also grabbing the savior. 3 saves to their credit already. Here comes Sonoda, 62 in the tank. Plenty of time to do something past 1. Let's see if he can get it past the 3rd. No, cannot get it past Hazy. Hazy been doing such a tremendous defensive amount of work over the course of this evening. Under a minute now, we are all knotted up with 1. Hazy trying to go for the tap, did not happen. Here we go, Call Red yet again has hit a number of bangers set up. Not right in front of the net. Great work there by Trutsky. And Trutsky, again, another individual who has done tremendous work. We have seen the ball get just out a little ahead of them. But now, things seem to be chilling out. And there he is yet again. Call Red, though, trying to get the pressure on, coming off the ceiling. And you've got Legion a little bunched up there. One of the first times I've been saying that over the course of this evening. Poop Soup now going up. Good challenge by Call. Great shot. Oh. And Trutsky, unfortunately, not going to be able to make that one. What a banger. And folks, 2-1 in favor of the Legion. Poop wanted a little something, but great jump there by Called Red.
Yeah, to catch them off like that. We've seen a lot of those challenges from the season ceiling so far this series. That's the first time it really does connect. It really does put in the offense and allows Unknown Legion, who have been fighting back and forth with to really take the lead once again. To really now take control with time running out. Poop Soup. I send it up. Call Red back across. Now towards the midfield. Sonoda with the dribble. Sonoda still at it. Sonoda. Still Sonoda. In front for Sonoda. Command Battle will clear. Call Red will send it away. And time should expire here as Call Red will let it hit the ground. Unknown Legion. Not game 2 just yet. It's still up in the air. Call Red in front to Hazy Days. That one sent away, but no one will get to it. And Unknown Legion. Another 1 goal difference here. This time, the first 1 goal difference of the series. And this one, though, with a new roster against them, Call Red still seems to be a guy that just cannot be stopped. And Unknown Legion will lead by 2 games to none because of it.
Poop Soup, looking so very good. Grab the savior, as we saw not that long ago. Was right there. Thought we might have an opportunity to tie things up, but just a little bit too far back. Too much ground to make up. We saw Legion wrap around, do what they do. Have a look at this shot chart here. You got 6 from Call Red alone, and I did see a little bit more effort. I did enjoy what I saw from, a touch more. They looked more like a team, but Legion came into this one looking ever bit more the team that continues on, and like you say, right now, they are looking so very good. Folks said, hey, we're looking at 3-0. Right now, they're looking for 3-0. They still got to win 1 more past that, but right now, it seems like Legion now, they have the opportunity. They've cashed in twice. This game 3, pivotal, I feel, or they need to make a statement. They need to get on the series board. Otherwise, staring down the barrel of 3-0 against this team, that's going to be rough.
That is, we've seen so many teams where they don't recognize the true danger they're in going into a match like this, and really they don't recognize it until it's too late. But yeah, they aren't using their timeout. They aren't using their tactical timeout yet. It feels like they're holding on to it, meaning they trust themselves to take this game, because rarely do teams, when they use a tactical timeout being on match point against them, rarely does it ever work for them in the long run. And for yeah, that means that they have something that they have cooking up. They have a plan that should be working for them, but Unknown Legion won't give them a chance. Oh, what a save from Sonoda! Offers on post, follow-up shot, in comes Command Battle! And Unknown Legion, 10 seconds in, already overwhelming pressure.
Yeah, you saw, yeah, right there, just flailing about. They said, we can't make this happen. We can't let this happen. And it happened. So just like that, you have Unknown Legion out there yet again, coming straight out the gut. Although the kickoff will be kind sure enough, and it just seems like every single bounce, every single possibility now is going in Legion's favor.
The Unknown Legion may have successfully, kicked while they were down, are now using that momentum to favor them even more. Yeah, in a very tough position here because, again, they didn't use that timeout, meaning if they lose this game, they now have to win 4 in a row. They can't afford to have that happen. This is one of those, I don't think you ever, as a team, will want to try to make a reverse sweep in a best of 7 because it's only happened on this stream twice in its 2-year history. And for Unknown, becoming the third, we've seen teams try it so many times before, and it almost always fails and falls flat. So for they really can't afford to do that. Sonoda looking for the ceiling shot. Can't get it there. Poop Soup. Sent to the back wall. Hazy. Off the side. Hazy still gets past one, but demoed for his efforts. Sonoda. Chip downfield. This one's just gonna fall its way in. That's off the left side post. Yeah, nearly snuck it past Colred, but nearly won't be close enough.
Time and time again, has had those opportunities, but just been a little bit short, whether it's just right in front of the nose of Trusky, whether it's, Poopsit not being a little too far back, not being able to follow up on that opportunity. Sonoda, though, sitting right up in Trusky, just unfortunately a touch off. That just seems to be the case over the course of the evening for, but you've got the entirety of Legion back there. Strong defensive formation. Good pop there by Hazy to move it back on across. You had, all pulled up. See if Hazy can follow up on this one. No call. Res right there, escorting it away is Poop Soup. And now you see them going a little bit more defensive on their heels yet again, but the demo memo pass around there. Sonoda able to get it popped up there by Poop Soup, looking for Sonoda maybe follow up on it, but just getting out there. And again, we see yet another double commit, just something we are not seeing from Legion. Legion looking, like I said, so very crisp, so very communicative. But trying to make something happen. Sonoda going out there trying to be Sonoda, but it is a rough spot. You are down 2-0 in the series. You're going against a team that looks so very crisp. Paul Red, nice banger there, adding all the way across the pitch. And you've got Trusky back in net. Hazy sets it up. See if Colred can follow it up. Cannot. Great jump there by Sonoda. Sonoda being forced to do a little bit of everything in this case, trying to follow up, see if they can make something happen, quite possibly get the goal. Not in that case. The nil part of 2-0 still stays on the board. Here comes Hazy setting up. You see teammates, both of them back there. Got Command ready in wait, as is Call now pressing up. You've got now really back on their heels, pressed up about a good 10-20% of their own side of the pitch. No way to go through life, and we are just under halftime here of this one. Trying to find a way to get on the board some way, shape, or form, and it's not going to happen there. Gets popped out of the way. Was Trusky, great shot there, but again denied by Call Red. So just everything that Yaz trying. That could be an open net for a Command Battle. Pops it up. Trusky's back there in net. It is up, but here comes Poop Soup. Not able to, Poop Soup, not trying to follow it. You don't want to nail it into your own net by any stretch of the imagination. Command Battle going up, back and forth we go. So not hanging out there, gets bumped for his efforts, but here goes Call Red, trying to move it out yet again, put the pressure on. But here comes Bresky, and we've got trying to get a shot there was Poop Soup, denied though. Hazy out across to Command Battle, but no, Sonoda's there trying to slow things down. So you do feel like is trying again, like I say, to slow themselves down, to feel good about what they're doing in this moment. But Legion just continues to hit the notes that they have hit all evening long.
Yeah, it does feel that way. Have struggled, to say the very least, in getting offense and holding it consistently and making those shots, really pushing for the Unknown Legion. Have been able to do it on their side. And the main reason why is because, again, it's Colvin and Sonoda trying to set each other up. Unknown Legion, their plays, much more high percentage, much easier to follow here. You know what's going to happen, and these players can react to it easily here. For yeah, a lot of their setups are mechanical setups. You don't really know what's going to happen, and you really can't decide what it is until it's a bit too late, meaning that it's less, less high percentage, less unknown. It's Unknown Legion right now. Another goal in this one. Free goal lead. This team feels unstoppable.
Indeed it does. In Colorado, we've been seeing this throughout the course of the evening. Just those great little pops are able to follow up on it. 3-0 now, under 1 minute to go in this one. If you are Unknown Legion, you got to be vibing. You got to be feeling good. I mean, you can see it in their play. Sonoda, though, trying to keep momentum going. There is still the opportunity, but they got to get something going. They got to get something going quick as Colorado grabs the wave dash. Has plenty of boost, loops around. Nope. Nice pop there. See if it Collie can come on in. Command battle looking for yet another one. Not going to get that, though. Colorado just taking it easy, just kind of chilling. Trotsky trying to get a bump, trying to get a demo, did not happen. A bit of a pinch there. It is going to sneak past Sonoda, but it's going to sneak over just harmlessly over on into the corner. 30 seconds remaining in this one. Sonoda looking to get a carry, looking for one of those fancy mechs, but good challenge there by Command, and here we go between Command and Called. They have looked so very good over the course of this one. Set up, see if Command can follow back. No, just decides to head back and get in position for maybe another loop around. Poop Soup able to get a clear out there in the corner, but Hazy keeping things move on. Here's Command battle yet again. Pitch right there in front of the net. See if Colrad can follow up. No, the crossbar doing the dirty work of, yeah, in this case, but at the end of it all, Sporty, 3-0, not just on the scoreboard, but quite possibly, no, I do say that still up. There it is. 3-0, not only on the scoreboard, but also on the series score as well.
Unknown Legion have just looked better. They've had that offense, they've held it better, and a lot of what Yav tried have just been low percentage plays on offense. I would be surprised if they don't call the timeout now. They didn't call it last game, and I mean, there are teams that don't believe in a timeout. But in this position, this is when you have to use it. Do they call for it, or will they wait? Says, we'll say again, thanks for the follows, by the way, everybody who's joined on in. Magnus, Magnus, I should say, and Red Wolf, thank you for the follows. As again, hello, we're in right now in ATS quarterfinals. It's me and CplMonkeyshines in this one. Unknown Legion looking to sweep Team Yeah, and Team Yeah haven't called it yet. Do they not believe in the tactical timeout? I'd be surprised if they don't. What's their decision here? Do they go for it? Seems like they're making a roster change as well. Monster's coming back in for Tredsky. It doesn't seem like they're actually going to call it here, and that is a surprising decision for Yeah, because I mean they can use it. This is a great time to use it. Obviously, they don't want to use it, and with the momentum being so heavily against them, I don't know if I agree with that decision.
Absolutely not. I mean, at this point, I will point out, Yeah has had tremendous defensive work. We've seen Saviors. We've seen it from Poopsoup. We've seen it from Sonoda. But the shot chart for Unknown Legion has just been so high. You take that shot after shot after shot. Eventually, some of them are going to sneak through, as we've seen. Again, right now, if you're Unknown Legion, you are playing with house money. You are looking at a sweep. But out there, we have Sonoda, we have Mazda, we have Poopsoup. So a new lineup, very strong lineup. I'm digging it. But yeah, I'm curious as to why they didn't take the timeout, but maybe they're feeling confident in this. They're saying, okay, we're going to run with this. We're going to run with it towards the end. And hey, you haven't seen a reverse sweep in a hot minute. It is going to be a tough road to hoe. But this is Rocket League. Bump there by Calm. And I appreciate the enthusiasm, the aggression, that bully ball that is coming out to play now. Because, tell you what, Unknown Legion. They're going out there. They know what they can do. And at this point, they know it's been effective. Up there to call just a little bit over. Now Poopsoup trying to get the handle, gets bumped out of the way, gets demoed, and my goodness, feisty out there. Is the Unknown Legion becoming the well-known Legion, at least this evening. Poopsoup gets a gentle touch, though. Call Red. Able to handle it, coming off the wall. And you've got Sonoda trying to clear it out. Hazer right there, good jump and a save there by Mazda. Collision there. We're getting some paint being traded. My goodness, the demo out there by Sonoda. Both of these teams getting incredibly chippy, and Poopsoup gonna put Yeah on the board. They are not going gently into that good night.
They are not. They are fighting, and the demos have rung out. Sonoda gets it. We've seen mashed up potatoes in the past go for them, and that might be the keys for success for Yeah. They tried it in game 1, and it did have a good amount of success. Now that she's back in, now that we know Sonoda also has a little bit more free range to go for those bumps in demos. Is that what they're trying here? Unknown Legion don't want it to be the new plan. They want to keep doing what they're doing, but you have to expect Yeah are going to change something up because they need to, and because this series requires it at this point.
I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy what Yeah has done here. Poopsoup, very strong defensively. Sonoda is Sonoda, and Masta's so good at that leadership role. I'm digging this. I'm kind of surprised we didn't see this a little bit earlier, but yeah, I say Yeah, trying to make something happen yet again, going all the way back to the opposite end of the pitch. Sonoda going up top, grabs the full tank, but I gotta wonder if that wasn't a poor choice, because now you've allowed Legion to come onto your side of the pitch, doing what they do so very well. You've still got a lead, but it is all of one, and that can be frittered away in a hurry. And here comes Colred, an individual who can make that happen, but no, Sonoda able to slow things down, back and forth. Poopsuit trying to get in position, Mazda back there in front, and Poopsuit wrapping around, grabs the 100 in furious fashion. Colred, nice pop there. Poopsuit not going to be able to get it, falls up, and I do believe, no, tremendous save there by Mazda. I thought we were going to see things not up very quick, but denied. Sonoda wrapping back around, trying to find 100. It is not there. Maybe she just grab a couple pennies in the meantime, and that is exactly what he does. Pops all the way back down. Hazy looking for quite possibly for the tap. It is there. Sonoda gently puts it up. Colred not able to fall back. Oh my goodness. Time and time again. But I will say, again, Poopsuit right there, not able to make that one happen. Oh my goodness. And we are seeing precarious situations for, yeah. But again, they still maintain that 1-0 situation. Continuing on. Here we go. Poopsuit going up, trying to do a little bit of offensive work. Again, might we see a bump? We did not. We have already seen one bump goal over the course of this series. Thought we might see yet another one. Red, out looping around, has plenty of boost, has to try to sneak it past, does not happen. Oh my goodness, but just rolls it on by. And the slow roller, my goodness. One of the, honestly, the worst things, you get a demo goal out there and you had the opportunity to clear it. It did not happen. Got to be deflating.
It's gotta be rough for this, side. You work so hard for that goal lead. You try your hardest to get a second one, and that's the goal that goes in. It's one that just doesn't feel that Unknown Legion have fully deserved it. At least on the side, they don't feel that way. But they gotta be careful there, because Colvid's still attacking, and this Unknown side continuing to do what they do so well, and that is make you really work for those saves on defense, really play fast. And right now, they're trying to outpace you, and well, yeah, have dealt well at that pace. It does feel like at times they do struggle with it. As Colvet pinched away, Masha Video's not able to get there. Poopsuit off the back wall, in front, no one gets it. Sonoda in! He's got it! Sonoda! A 1-goal lead!
Great setup there, and a little bit off there. We'll call it a bit of a tactical bump, tactical fake, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, now out in front. Yet again, they gotta feel so very good about this. Like I said, I really enjoyed how the roster shifted, and now we are seeing why they opted to go with this. And no, they did not take that tactical timeout, but they must have felt really, really good about getting this group out there, and we see why. But unfortunately, great jump there by Command Battle. They don't make them much easier than this. You got Masha back there, just flies on by Sonoda and Poopsuit there. Sonoda flat-footed, Poopsuit a little bit far up, and we are knotted up at 2 yet again.
Yeah, you know, that's the caster curse for you. It comes at the worst possible times for these teams. And unfortunately for Poopsuit, that is a huge whiff on the back line. A whiff that is not expected, but at this pace, mistakes happen. As here's one in front. Slither won't go for mashed potatoes. Stopped by 2 from the Unknown Legion side. Poopsuit to the corner. Colvid wants it gone. Unknown Legion looking for more offense. Missed there, mashed potatoes. Keeps it high, looking to set up Sonoda. The ball will bounce for him, and he's got a solo play. We know what he can do. The dribble. What an early challenge from Hazy Days. We'll take that one away, and then we go into the final minutes. A chance for Unknown Legion to end the series with maybe one more goal. Time will be of the essence for them. Time will only decide who will want this one more. Who will take this game. Will the series continue, or will it end? Unknown Legion on offense right now. Searching, looking for Sonoda. Mismatch! Colvin takes it! He's in the right position at the right time! And yeah, might have ended their season with that one!
Tremendous read by Red. Just split second. The mistake that could not have happened. I saw Masha out there headhunting. Has done so very well with that. Thought we might see another bump or demo goal, but the great read by Red may very well, as you say, Sporty, have ended the season. Yeah, but we shall see. Send it back up. Hazy Days trying to put some definitive smack on it. Does not happen. Command Battle going up. Bumped out of the way. There is an opportunity for to make something happen. Nice pause there by Sonoda. Sonoda trying to follow up, and it's saved by Hazy. But here comes Poopsuit. Well, and Masha. Masha gets one bounce up and across, but Command Battle going to escort it away. Probably going to try to make it touch. No, Hazy going to put the camper on this one, my friend. I think we are done here.
Unknown Legion will take down, yeah, 4 games straight. 4 games only. Unknown Legion have done it. The favorites in this one, they win still. And that means they're moving to the semifinals for, yeah, the season ends here in a 4-0 sweep. And the real question comes down to, well, one, were they ready? It didn't feel they were ready to take on a team like Unknown Legion who have that teamwork. It also feels that it's a bit of a mistake. They didn't take that tactical timeout. And that is things they might be thinking about here, going into this offseason, knowing that they're out of the tournament, and knowing that there was so many different things that could have changed it.
Yeah, and again, I really appreciate what Team Yeah decided to come into this final game and do. I'm not quite sure what prompted them to come out with whom they did. I don't know what prompted them to not take that timeout, but Legion just went out there and they felt very comfortable with what they were doing. It looked so very good. I really appreciated the game plan as well that Yeah came with there in that game 4, but it looked too rushed. The aggression was great, but it just looked like, hey, we got to make this happen. We got to make this happen. Whereas Legion the entire time is just kind of flowing. They're feeling good. They're vibing, and we see the result of that.
And then Legion just looked way too good in that one. It was about as quick as it could be, and they, again, it just had control. It felt for a lot of that series, they played a lot better. That teamwork was there. But yeah, I will say I was impressed by how they played. They played very close to them. But ultimately, they couldn't outdo Unknown Legion on Unknown Legion's own playstyle. Unknown Legion, they're going to the semifinals because of it. Here's our now bracket. I gotta make sure I update it, but again, what a win here for Unknown. A 4-0 sweep in the quarterfinals. Talk about a lot of confidence for them. This is a real confidence booster for them. They played a winner of 5CE Dream Team Unleashed Gladiators. That match we played later tonight on Brambo's stream.
Yeah, and as well as Unknown Legion played, I got to say that as well. Yeah, did go out there, did some tremendous things as well. But at the end of it, you know, um, Legion looks so very good, so very crisp, and I can't wait to see what they do here moving forward.
Yeah, of course, and what a match that was. They have to be feeling good about it. Again, you don't just 4-0 sweep a team for nothing.
Mm.
You do it because you're better. You do it because you're confident. You do it
Mm.
because you know you're strong here. And, well, no questions about it. These guys are strong here. That is a 4-0 sweep well deserved. As later tonight, we'll be seeing that, yeah, 2v2 team take on Final Form Entertainment Penguins. And then we'll have another ATS quarterfinals with Evolve Skylight, Evolve Nebula. That will happen soon as well. That will be a huge match.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. And we were talking about it before this one though, kind of going back to what we just saw, how Legion went out. They are obviously very team oriented. Yeah, again, to your point, you noted this coming into this one. But at the end of it, I really liked what Yeah was doing towards the end there. I would have liked to see a little bit more of that. I dug the aggression when Masha came out. She was doing that in game 1. Did it in game 4. I'm wondering why they went away from that. A lot of questions that I had about this game plan. Yeah, but again, Legion looks so very good. I mean, that kind of play will take you to the end of playoffs, possibly win a championship. But yeah, nothing for Team Yeah to feel too bad about. I mean, I say that they go out there, they get swept. I mean, that's really easy for me to say, of course. But I think that they played well. I think that there's a lot of good stuff that they could build on from this. I really dug the aggressive nature, as I often do. That is something I feel can be very effective. So yeah, I mean, they saw plenty of opportunities. They took advantage of those opportunities, but just at the end of all of it, Legion just looked so good and so few mistakes by them. You didn't see double commits, you didn't see over commits. They were just right place, right time, just about each and every time. And that is so difficult, especially when you find yourself down 2 games, 3 games. It's really, really hard to find a mentality to keep fighting on and on. Obviously, they looked looked far much better in that game number 4, but they had their backs up against the wall. They could not afford those small little errors in terms of mental. It's so difficult to be down in those situations and come back against a team like Legion in this case. And well, we saw the result.
Saw that result again. A big win for them. Man, those matches again. These quarterfinals are going by a lot quicker than I thought they would, but that is how the playoffs work. And again, thank you so much for joining CplMonkeyshines. A big series here tonight. I'm happy that you got to join us for some Ascension Cup quarterfinals. Before we end off the stream, is there anything else you want to say? Any final messages that you want to say to the people out there that have been watching? Just kind of any final messages before we will end the stream, and we'll look to get this sorted out for our next match coming up. I know that you won't be joining me for it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I want to say. It's a shame that I don't have the opportunity to again, Sporty. Thanks so much for having me on the channel. It's always a treat, and thank you to you, each and every person that came out to enjoy this quality Rocket League action. Cannot wait to see you, Sporty, and the rest of you yet again.
course, again, and thank you all so much in chat for joining on and being so supportive, watching all this. It was a fun night of Rocket League, but that's it from me and CplMonkeyshines. Thank you all so much. We'll see you later tonight here for more action from the Ascension Cup and from the Skyward series on this Sportiest stream. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you soon.